Hello Zia, how are you?
Hi Madasa, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good too. Today I'm going to ask you a lot of personal questions.
Mm-hmm.
So let us begin.
Okay.
Starting with the most basic and something a lot of students would wonder that what motivated you to be a teacher?
It was by chance. It was not by choice. It was by chance. I wanted to. I loved English as a language. I was a good student in English. Except English, all the subjects were too bad. I was an average student. I was a good student only in English. So I used to love it. My father used to love it, and he used to encourage me a lot that English per focus. He was an Urdu journalist, so he knew that typical languages don't hold. Not typical, maybe local languages or languages that are dying may not hold so much value in the future. So he knew the value. So he always pushed me towards language learning and all those things. He would take me to classes. He would take me to libraries, literature festival, and all those stuff. So this is how the interest started. And then in my school days, I started working. Earlier, I used to work as a waiter in catering services and all. One day I went to this class in Dadar. There's this lady, Kanas Tarachan ma'am, and this is where I had joined. I had gone there to learn as a student. After some days or some weeks, I think she offered me to become her assistant.
What year was this?
2015, I think 2015.
Okay. So
Yeah.
not like a long time ago.
Not very long time. Yeah, it's been 9 years now. 9 years approximately. So yeah, that's when it started. She offered me this assistant teacher ka job, and I just started and never looked back. People are enjoying. I am enjoying. Everybody is enjoying. So it's going good. Yeah.
Did you have a favorite teacher when you were young in school? Okay, we're talking about school.
Many, in fact, but not as a favorite teacher. There was one teacher called SP Sir. He was our maths teacher and English teacher.
Okay.
He's a different kind of personality. He would wear a safari suit and all white hair, and he would fold his safari during monsoon and all.
That's
But
intriguing.
the knowledge was so next level knowledge. वो जिसे हम बोलते हैं पंडित level की knowledge. मतलब he knew so much of Sanskrit. He knew so many shloks of Sanskrit, and then language literature. He would quote Albert Camus. He would quote Shakespeare and everybody. Different kind of personality, totally. Now he's not there anymore in the world, but I always miss him and respect him. SP sir. Yeah.
Tell us a little more about the challenges you have faced coming from a lot of our viewers. They would not know that you are from a Hindi medium school.
Mm-hmm.
So tell us about the challenges that you have faced before you began speaking English.
Challenges as in learning English.
Either learning or even speaking or the way
It
people
is-
perceive
it is,
you,
yeah,
things like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. It is a task, but I see it as a plus point. When you are only from English medium, many English medium students I have been working with for so many years. They can speak correct English, but they don't know what is correct in that or what is incorrect in that. So they may not be able to even point out your grammar mistakes. As a language learner coming from a vernacular background, it is difficult. In India, it is quite difficult because you don't relate to those convent school teachers. They talk in a very different method. Many a times they don't understand also the problem a language learner might face who's from a vernacular background. With me, the plus point was because I myself was a Hindi medium student. I myself have studied in a local semi-government school. तो मुझे पता है कि क्या problems आ रही हैं, किस तरह से teachers नहीं पढ़ा रहे हैं. I think instead of being a minus point, it became a plus point for me. I can understand my learners more, connect more because I have gone through that journey. I have
Sure.
traveled that path. So yeah.
You know what they are going through.
Exactly. Because I have gone through those things. ना हमने भी तो भूगोल, इतिहास, संस्कृत पढ़ा है ना. हमने geography, history नहीं पढ़ा है. तो I think I feel it and I have gone through it. I know how it feels. I know how bad it feels, how good it feels, everything. So yeah, it's a plus for me. Thank God I was in a vernacular medium school.
Sure that. Now, once you started teaching,
Mm-hmm.
how did you feel? Did you feel satisfied, or when you are able to help people who were like you and going through things that you went through?
Mm-hmm.
How did that feel? It must have felt very.
Oh, it's awesome.
Very nice,
it's
yeah.
awesome. It's paradise on earth, basically. So there are so many things about this profession. Teaching is amazing. I think it's prime minister level profession. You suddenly start feeling that people trust you. People have utmost trust in you. People basically hand over their future and their success to you.
True.
That sir, ma'am, जो भी teachers होते हैं कि आप पे पूरा भरोसा है. So I think it's a service वाला profession.
True that.
I love
And-
this profession a lot. I enjoy it a lot. because you know, in this profession, especially language teaching, I'm meeting so many people from all around the country. Like in my conversation club, also online, we have members from Bangalore, Kolkata, Chennai, this, that. So meeting so many people, then meeting people from different backgrounds, different cultures, different work professions. कोई लोग आते हैं, मैंने रिक्शे वालों को भी पढ़ाया है, मैंने पॉलिटिशियंस को भी पढ़ाया है, मैंने गवर्नमेंट ऑफिसर्स को भी पढ़ाया है. So you know, the variety that I get to meet and the people I get to work with, that's an amazing benefit. Another benefit is when you see people start speaking and people start believing in themselves.
True.
Yesterday, 2 days, I somebody called me and I know her, but we were talking after a long time. KK, I called her. She called me and she said, "Arey sunna because she's my friend only." She said, "Sunna, मुझे English सीखना है." So I'm like, "Why are you speaking in Hindi?" And she was like, "मैं बोल ही नहीं सकती हूँ, इतना नहीं जमेगा, इसलिए तो मैं कॉल कर रही हूँ." And I know her for many years now, so I know her level is B1, B2, intermediate or upper intermediate. But she did not believe in herself. Yesterday, she attended a group session and she spoke so well. All the members appreciated her, and she
That's
realized her
lovely.
potential. So you know, this part when you see somebody starts believing in themselves and they are like, "Yes, I can talk," or when my members come and say, "Sir, pata hai aapko? I went there and I spoke in English confidently. I cracked this interview. I did this with my boss, or I handled a client out of India." These things. This is my first salary. Fees is second salary. I love this.
That's lovely.
Hmm.
And I would agree that it's a very fulfilling job.
Yeah,
You're able to make a difference in somebody's life. It must feel really nice.
it is. I'm thankful to God. Yeah.
Alhamdulillah.
Hmm.
From all the people that you have taught,
Mm-hmm.
is there any story that is very personal to you? Something that has touched your heart and something that you are actually very grateful for, that you had the ability to work with this particular.
Yeah.
You said that you have taught rickshawalas and
Yeah.
people from various backgrounds.
Yeah.
There would be someone that has stuck out of all of your students. I'm not saying about favoritism or anything here.
I get you.
Not to misunderstand this, but someone that you are actually very proud of and you have been very happy to have taught them.
Got it. Yeah, there was this opportunity. There's something called Access Micro Scholarship Program. It's run by US government and it's run around 80 countries in the world.
Mhm.
And we got this opportunity in Mumbai. So I was working with them. We used to go to this place called Art Gaon near Kasara in Mumbai. It's a tribal village.
Okay.
वो बहुत अंदर जाना होता है, आधा एक घंटा travel करके, खाली roads हैं पूरा, zigzag roads, and you go to this place and there is this Ashram Shala, which is a government school where students live also, क्योंकि उनके parents इतना या तो afford नहीं कर सकते हैं बच्चों को पढ़ाना and पालना,
It's like a boarding.
या फिर उनके parents जिस background से हैं, either they're drinking this that, so lots of problems were there. So these children, school children, they live in the school. We went there, we handpicked 50 students, and it was a transformative experience for me and for them. They were tribal children, they were not aware of so many things like malls and 3D movies and all. We brought them to Viviana Mall, we showed them 3D movies, we took them to BKC, we took them to US Consulate and gave them an idea of how the world works and so many things. So I think that was a life-changing experience. उस जगह पे जाना, उन लोगों से मिलना, उनका culture समझना. We used to travel 2.5 hours one side by local trains, then jeeps, then walk on foot. That was a life-changing experience. Though some of those people are still in touch with me. अभी बड़े हो गए हैं वो लोग, तब बच्चे थे स्कूल में. But I think that was the most satisfying experience for me. Thank you.
Apart from that, a lot of those who know you via Instagram or from your conversation clubs, they would not know that you do a lot of charity work as well. I know we don't like to talk about what we do in charity, but I know you do that. So why not tell us a little more about that and what drives you to do charity work or free lectures? You do a lot of free lectures as well. So what is the energy that drives you to do all of this work?
I love it. Yeah, I've been working with NGOs for a long time. Access Micro Scholarship Program was also one of the NGO tasks. I am also associated with Leo Lions Club. I've been their education director. I love this because the main reason is I have seen there is more passion, more commitment in the chawls of Mumbai than there is in bungalows of Mumbai. Because when you are living a comfortable life with security and money and everything, I have had those kind of clients who are politicians, government officers, bankers, corporate employees, top level corporate leaders. Now those people may have money and resources and talent and commitment, everything. Something is missing, and that's something you find in Dharavi, in the chawls of Dharavi. That's something you find in the chawls of Chembur and Govandi and all those places.
There's no hunger.
There is. It's like they don't have a choice. उनको मेहनत करना ही है क्योंकि they want to make a difference. They don't want to live in that 10 by 10 का chawl anymore. तो उनका जो commitment level है ना, compared to somebody who is living in a
True.
nice bungalow is different. So I think when you're working with underprivileged people, उनको उसका value ज़्यादा रहता है, मजा ज़्यादा आता है, connection ज़्यादा होता है, वो लोग ज़्यादा real हैं, and they are more daring. They are willing to do things. So I think that's the best part. And obviously, अगर हम उनको English नहीं पढ़ा रहे हैं, underprivileged लोगों को, so I think they are the most in need. And if we are not catering them to whatever level, मतलब भले से आप एक इंसान भी confident बना रहे हो, I think it makes a difference in the
It does.
society.
True, it
Yeah,
does.
so I am doing it. I have been doing it for many years and will continue doing it. Even if we become very, very successful as a coach, as an academy, we will continue to have impact socially. Yeah.
That's a really good thought. Now, we are well over 10 minutes, but I am going to ask you a last question. How has your coaching style evolved over the years? When you started, you must have not been
Oh my God, it was
as confident
rubbish.
as you
It
are
was
now.
rubbish.
Yeah. So tell us a little more about that.
It was too technical. I used to be like all the other language teachers. आइए grammar पढ़िए, teacher ज्ञान देंगे, बच्चे हाँ हाँ बोलेंगे.
Whiteboard or
Whiteboard and typical, make sentences, practice sentences. All those things work, but over the years, I've developed this philosophy of you learn speaking by speaking. बोलने से बोलना आता है.
true.
And now that spending 8, 9, 10 years in the industry, in the profession, I think वो it has become a second nature. आप रात को 3 बजे भी उठा के बोलोगे Zia, this person cannot talk English, I'll make him talk English before the sun rises. So now it has become a second nature. It has become more practical, more direct. Now people call me, I'm like, speak in English. And they're like, sir, English नहीं आती है. I'm like, speak and try. And 10 minutes later, they're like, हाँ sir, इतनी तो आती है, मुझे खुद नहीं पता था. So it has become more practical, more speaking based. Come and talk, because I think बोलने से बोलना आता है, swimming करने से swimming करना आता है, लिखने से लिखना आता है. आपको जो भी करना है वो करना है, main चीज करना है. So now that people are calling me, I just make them talk. This is how it has changed. It has less drama, less unnecessary force कि आपको ऐसे खड़े रहना है. The collar should be like this, the hand gesture should be like this. Now I try to create authentic speakers.
True.
Whoever you are, however you speak, I will not tell you कि आप ऐसे खड़े रहो, ऐसे बोलो. To some extent, I might give you feedback, but it's more towards, the efforts are more towards bringing out the authentic
True.
speaker that you have inside.
It's not like a structured program
Exactly.
where you are giving everyone the same solution.
No, it's custom made
Custom made.
basically, because everybody cannot get up. A doctor cannot give same treatment to all the patients.
True.
They have different desires, they have different requirements, they have different problems also. So for me, it's more like in my conversation club, we make sure that everybody is getting custom feedback. In my private coaching, it's totally customized. Like every single
Right.
session is customized. If somebody is, I have people from airline industry, for example. So if somebody is an air hostess, I might be teaching different kind of communication skills and English to her. And then I have journalist student also. So journalists may need a different kind of support. So yeah,
Agreed.
depending on who I am dealing with and what their background is. Now my coaching approach is more custom made, tailor made for my people. Earlier it used to be like one
A general-
size fits for all. Yeah. So that has changed.
I know I said it's my last question, but I have one more
Okay.
for those who have watched the video till here.
Yeah.
If there is one message to everyone who is learning English and who is interested in your Confluent club,
Mhm.
what would be your advice for those who are learning and trying really hard?
Bolo, I would say just speak. I think most of the people, English is not holding them back. Their beliefs, their own fears and everything is holding them back. So I would just say be fearless. Go out in the world and talk to people. Don't compare. Somebody told me some days back, she said, मुझे English बोलना आता है basic, but जब कोई मुझसे अच्छी English बोलता है, when somebody is
Yeah.
more advanced than me, then I get conscious. I'm like, then stop talking to people who have more money than you.
No,
You can't do that. You don't do that, right? Somebody is a
Yeah.
crorepati and you are a lakpati. You will still talk to that
Yeah.
person. Why don't you accept the fact that somebody can be crorepati in English
Yeah.
and you can be lakpati in English and still be fine? And
true.
the problem is you need to accept where you are, where you stand, and grow. People who have a lot of confidence in their own ability, I think they don't need to prove anything to the world. They don't need to be the best.
I agree.
That's what the message is. बोलो, बोलने से बोलना आता है. Teachers, courses, books, videos will help you, will not solve your problem. You will solve your problem. तो पहले आप अपने mindset पे काम करो and start speaking. If you can just go outside and talk to new people every day for next 30 days, you don't need any class. Classes and courses and coaches can help you only, fasten the process. They can't solve. तो mindset shift जिस दिन हो गया ना लोगों का, most of the problems will fall. They will fall because these problems don't exist. Their mind is creating those problems.
I think most of us worry that once people get to know that we are not speaking in the best way possible,
Yeah.
they would laugh at us or something, they would mock us, anything. I think we're worried about that. And I think maybe if we stopped worrying about
You know
how
what?
others would think.
I'm writing a book, and one of the chapters in the book is "So what?"
Yeah.
So what? And
So what if somebody laughed? Who
Yeah,
cares?
yeah. Let me. Do you want me to read that
Yeah,
chapter?
yeah,
It will
please.
take 2 minutes.
Please do.
The chapter's name is. I can show you people in the video. The chapter's name is "So what?" You are not a celebrity, and chapter goes like this: fear of public speaking, fear of speaking English confidently. Read this. People will laugh at your mistakes. So what? You might make a mess. So what? You might forget your lines. So what? Your grammar might be wrong. So what? You might mispronounce a word. So what? Compare it with the price you are paying. Stop it. How long will you think of others? When will you think of yourself and your growth? How many more years will you waste just because you are so concerned about your image and your impression? Understand, you are not a celebrity. If you make a mistake here and there, tomorrow it won't be in the news.
True.
You will not lose your job. Nobody will jail you for poor grammar. And next time you feel scared of making grammar mistakes, ask yourself, so what? And the answer will be, so nothing.
Agreed.
And this will give you the courage and confidence that you have always dreamt of. This will give you a way to face your fears, and this will tell you that your fears are not as strong as they appear. You must see your fears from a dispassionate eye, and you will realize that your fear is irrational. And last line is, even if you are a celebrity, so what?
Agreed. You know, the funny thing about this is, if you would see a celebrity talk in an English accent or a
Mhm.
British, people are trolling them in the comments.
Yeah, I've
Ye
seen
fake
like
accent.
South Indian movie
Yeah, I know.
celebrities and
So-
all. They go to Oscar and all. They
So-
talk differently.
Imagine worrying about yourself when people are trolling even the celebrities.
Exactly.
Nobody cares.
Exactly. This is very famous South Indian actor. I can't recollect his name. Suhas Prabhas.
Yeah,
I think.
Prabhas.
He went to some program and he was talking nicely, but the accent was a little
Yeah.
different, and people made fun of him.
Yeah.
कि अरे ये वहाँ जाके आपका English American हो गया. I would suggest just be you.
True.
I'm trying to be me. I'm not trying to, people suggest me coat पहन लो, tie लगा लो, it will look professional, glasses ऐसे होने चाहिए. I'm like, it's okay. My people will just be comfortable with the way I am, the way I talk. I want you also to become the same kind of speaker. Just be you. I think that's very, 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 very important. And with that, I think you have covered all the questions.
Yes.
Do you have
And,
anything else?
If you all enjoyed this video, please make sure you hit the like, subscribe, whatever the drill is.
Yeah.
And comment if you have more questions, and I'll make sure that I ask Teachers Dia all of these questions that you have, and we'll do something like this again. If you like it, please let us know in the comments.
Surely. Thank you very much. Please, guys, let us know in the comments, and especially put your questions in the comments so that next time we sit, we can have more questions from our people and I can answer them. Thank you. Thank you for watching.
Bye.
Bye.